Hi, it's Paul Anderson. About a year ago, I made a Kickstarter about Switch-Its. Well, we were fully funded and now we've fulfilled all the orders of our patrons and you can now buy them. There's a link in the video description down below, but I don't want to talk about that in this video. What I really want to talk about is my journey and what I've learned along the way. Like a lot of people during COVID, I lost my job overnight and had to kind of reinvent my job, teaching and consulting online. I learned a lot along the way, but it gave me a lot of time to think. My kids give me a hard time because I became obsessed with manipulatives and they call them the cause blocks. But what I really was into is how do we understand phenomena like this dipping bird? How do we take the ideas in our brain, get them out of our brain so that other people can see it? These are some of the first prototypes that I made. They were just laminated pieces of paper so you could draw your thinking like cause and effect or something like that. I then did a little woodworking and made this next version out of wood, but you had to kind of align the magnets in the right way or they wouldn't stick. I then got a 3D printer and learned how to make designs. I used some neodymium magnets. They're shaky, but they click together in just any orientation. They're also kind of expensive. I then enlisted some help. I got David Yakos of Salient Technologies here in Bozeman to help us out. They made some really nice prototypes. We tried different materials, different types of magnets, and we eventually settled on the design that we have right here. Each set of Switch-Its has 4 of the big ones, 8 of the medium ones, 16 of the small ones, and the idea is that you can take an idea like the idea of switch and you can combine it with the idea of its, and you can make Switch-Its and they click together. You can move them around and they link onto most magnetic whiteboards. You can add big ideas and so it shows hierarchy. And so I've learned a ton along the way. Number one, it's really hard to make a thing. I've made hundreds of videos, like I made 70 videos just on how to use these Switch-Its to do system thinking or the practices of science, but I had to learn a bunch about like how do I get a UPC code? How do I do testing? How do I import it into the States? How do I set up a store? So I've learned a ton, but it's been totally worth it. I've made so many things that are digital, but never a thing that you could just hold in your hand. And now people are starting to use them, and the photographs and the videos that I see just make me so happy. Seeing kids use these and showing their thinking, I just wanted to take a moment to just say, like, thanks to all of you who helped me and kind of joined me in this journey along the way. I'll put a link down below if you want to buy some of these. If not, like, please share it with other people. I've seen how it can be used in science, but like attorneys want to use them, like math teachers want to use them, and so it'll be fun to see like how this goes. But I just want to say big thanks for joining me, and thanks for watching the end of the video, and I hope that was helpful.